go Colts.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in Steel City at Acrisure Stadium.
Or steal your heart.
Here's the former Utah youth Matt Gay to get this one started. And the terrible towels waving loudly. We are underway from Pittsburgh. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First play, Wilson wants to throw it. That'll be brought down by the Colts. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit.
And right away, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. His first throw of the game going intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
First and goal, a chance for Stevens here on the road. Richardson going to change the play here. Taylor fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line, so if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple more times.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's Taylor again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now run straight ahead with Warren. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. On the give, it's Warren. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Well, Wilson going to change things up here. A handoff for Warren. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Boswell's kick is good. And the ball gets still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
Oh, I let the ball go. You're crazy.
Because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes.
That's crazy. I let the ball
go. It just comes down to
go.
who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there.
What are y'all doing in there?
Break a big one.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to
be having
convert the first down.
No closed doors in my house. What?
On third down, here's Richardson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it. They're changing this at the line. Going for it on 4th, Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's here's Taylor. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. They go play action with Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce. Touchdown! Alec Pierce. 54
Alex Pierce hard.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Gay is on for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
For no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it,
their side of the field.
Hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it on a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. Oh, he tries to it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. A big mistake there. Late interception this first time, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Boswell's kick is good.
We do see points the other way, baby.
14-6 now. So, Charles, as they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis operating. Go ahead and set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Yeah. Nice try. Nice try, my guy. See you in your eye.
Second half, ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. Richardson to throw off play action. Steps away. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Downs going in motion left. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Why am I pressing circle?
We look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
That was horrible. That was a horrible throw. I don't even know what I was
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Richardson off the play fake. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
Richardson now on first down. Flush to his right. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Off play action. Richardson on the move to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Downs going in motion right. There, Richardson back to throw it. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Richardson looking to throw this. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Richardson looks to throw once more. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, man. They're putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Looks like they'll move things around here. And Richardson yet again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Richardson. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
Game over, bro.
Colts. Jonathan Taylor. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring.
You
talk about them commanding it. keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they'll get some extra time to come out of this third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
There's 2 field goals in the second 5.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answer for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll run it, Warren. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the run, it's Warren. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming. They're just and there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Richardson going to shift things up.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Damn, throw it to him.
Can't connect as it falls incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Get to the 23 here on 3rd. It's caught. Mitchell. Touchdown.
Right over, baby.
Adnan Mitchell.
Game.
29 yards.
Ball.
And the Colts have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
This is 1st and 10. This one incomplete. The pressure got to it as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Here comes 2nd down.
it's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
They're now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Julian Blackman. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Richardson to the air on first down. That's going to be caught by the catch. And he takes it down to territory. A big play there for him. 48 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
First and 10, it's Richardson. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 6.
Situation, already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Richardson looking to throw.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Things looking pretty good on the scoreboard. They're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Richardson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
Oh, so let's take the time. What was I doing? What was I thinking?
But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example
That's
of doing
crazy.
that.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's into the end zone.
Why didn't I take the touchdown? And that was a pretty touchdown, too. That's messed up.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me,
it got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson. He's got this to Pickens. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's another 1st down, as this time they get an even 20. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Got his man, it's 1. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.
He's in the 1st down every other play. Mr. Wilson. Support. More in the alley. What about the Taylor? Oh yeah, put a teddy. Russian touchdown. That was Pierce, not a 5-yard touchdown. One in the alley. One is 4-yard touchdown. Don't even show it. The 2 tutties. And that's what got some touchdowns.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado.
And off we go from Denver. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Nick's going to tap this forward. Pass the 20 for a short gain, second down. To throw is Nix. Finding Williams once more, complete. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Javonte, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 79 yards. And the Broncos go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And 10. Here's Richardson with it. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Colts. Adonai Mitchell, 75 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And this is going to be intercepted. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's Richardson to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Let's go Colts. Let's go Colts.
Quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Son of a Walter Burton,
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time. There he goes, right side. He's on his way. Sheds off the tackle, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 69 yards rushing forward as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Nix to the air.
No, y'all. Danny was right there, baby.
Adam Troutman, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have come back to make it a 2-point game. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing. And
this is going to be intercepted.
Can we see me out?
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
It's the first quarter.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On 1st down, Richardson. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Richardson. That complete to Downs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Richardson going to change the play here. Here's Richardson on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Second and 10. Play action. Now Richardson. This is caught. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
They'll run here with Taylor.
Jesus.
Blown out behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, a 6-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They begin the drive with Williams. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Nix. Eluding the pressure right. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Nix. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down.
It's crazy.
McLaughlin. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now the battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Cortland Sutton from 3 yards out. And the Broncos are back within a score. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw what? And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
No bonnets. No bonnets.
And he takes it way back. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Here on out. See the jerseys I got on?
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
great analogy, Brandon, because they...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
It does something.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. To throw, here's Nix. Screen plays.
Here, little baby.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
Yeah,
these guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
You're crazy!
He's going to be intercepted.
I know it.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Throwing on 2nd down, Nix sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Pass taken in by his
my dude.
and he gets this one inside.
Made my dude just stall, man.
A yard or 2 shy of
That's
the
crazy.
10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Yeah, this is going to be recovered.
Yeah, right.
But remember, during the final 2 minutes of the half, this can only be advanced by the man who lost it. So no touchdown. And this will come back out to the spot of the fumble. And Now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
No! I was there! I was right there! Oh, man, y'all are lying.
Exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2?
Oh, my goodness.
Momentum, doesn't it?
That's crazy. I was there, man. Cheated me. Cheaters.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Let's now to kick this one away.
What a loss.
Goes and skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
What a loss.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
Son of a bitch.
And turn to the side.
You are kidding me.
How many options to throw the football?
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
No, it wasn't. I was wide open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
That's what that was. Wide open.
Down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off play action. Richardson.
No, you're kidding me.
Richardson started the game.
Oh, my goodness.
Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Nix throwing on 3rd down.
Oh.
That completes Avele. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They're going. It's Nix. That is caught. And he'll be taken down. He does have first down yardage. They kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution. A 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Nix from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out of the air, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
2nd down and 6 now. Looking to throw. Nix got a man open. It's Sutton. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. And that's going to do it. He's not going to get another good. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. He's saved at the 28. And ends up down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They can and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
They throw that away. That's complete inside. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Working down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
Yeah, D-line going down, fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Working the sideline there, good route, good catch, first down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6 coming up. They go play action with Richardson. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Here's first and goal. Taylor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Hard defense.
Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Throwing now is Richardson. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the It stays at 5. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
That's it.
That's going to sabotage their comeback plans, and it's intercepted. There they will stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen.
Commissioner Perry's been lost. He lost the game. Lost the game to the Colts. Let's go Colts. Let's go Colts. Oh, my baby can take her squishy thing home. She doesn't know. Not at all.
I need it.
What's going on, man?